Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Lo, your neighborhood psychic medium. Today we're doing a pick a card, okay? So group 1 is going to be Howard the Duck, group 2 is Black Widow, group 3 is Wolverine, and group 4 is Spiderman. Now, I want you to really sit down and resonate, take your time. Find what calls to you. It's okay if it's more than one deck. That's perfectly fine. But pick what feels good to you. Great. So we're going to get started. These are the messages your ancestors have for you for your next move. All right. So we're going to start with group 1, Howard the Duck. You're not from around here, are you? You have the Raven's head, which is kind of ironic because it's Howard the Duck, right? And let's see what cards you have here. Okay, so let's get into it a little bit. When I'm looking at this Raven's head, I see that he has a gem. Ravens love, it has a pearl in its mouth. And ravens love shiny things. They love picking up knickknacks. I feel for you, you have something. You have a knack for something. And this thing allows you to view through things a lot differently than others. It says you're not from around here, are you? So I feel like you're about to make or have made a very big shift. We're going to come over here to the 5 of Pentacles. You've definitely been somewhere harsh, rough. I feel like you're just now coming out of the wilderness. Definitely was some 7 of Swords moments that are coming reversed. So it's very much letting me know that at a certain point, there were people who were maybe trying to, it doesn't feel like steal your things, but it feels like destiny swap, like someone tried to take who was yours, what was yours, how you identified with self to make it their own. And initially, that was supposed to take you out. Although it did make you very sad, it put you in a very low place. You're still surviving, right? You protected what mattered most. And it felt like it was costing you your life. It was costing you your happiness. But you survived. You understood how to thrive in the harsh scape of environment that you were in. And you said, I'll thrive anyway. I'll do it anyway. I'll elevate anyway. And it made you a bit cold for a while. You were a very warm person, but you became cold on the inside. Like when people would try to get deeper with you, they couldn't because they would freeze. It would be like, oh, this person, I can't identify with them. I can't get into their head because you were guarded. You're not from around here. You're from here, right? So when you moved into this cup, you let go of, you see, we have a dog. Dogs are very loyal, but I feel like this situation put you into a space where you said, no loyalty. I have loyalty to no one but me and what I create. what I've decided to have, what I've decided to create, what I've decided to pour my energy into. And if at any time something wants to go a bit haywire, it's unfixable, it's whatever. If there's a certain type of person, a certain type of relationship, a job, a situation, management, whatever, you're quick to move away. You're quick to let that go. The Queen of Swords, you're really about your shit and you'll slice and dice a motherfucker. Real talk. If they want to fix their lips to talk to you a little bit sideways, whether that's spiritually or you're really hot. I don't see the fire here in the way that I feel it. It's almost like you intellectually will eat a motherfucker up. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me, nigga? But it's like you're about your business now. You're no longer playing these little games with people and letting them get inside of your mind. And then it allows people who approach you, they see that you're different and you don't move the same as you used to. For those who knew you and the people that meet you now, you look like different. And they can't put their finger on it, but it's the way you move about the world, because you really unfuckwittable at this point. With the Two of Wands, you've decided to choose you every time, but that choosing you is allowing you to get into a different space. It's allowing you to love on you in a different way. Let's see if Spirit has any more messages for you. How does this move? You're saying the next step. How are we moving into the next step? The next step for you is a lot of you are coming out of this space and you're stepping into this, and it's rough because right now a lot of you are here. You're in the limbo. You're in the patiently waiting. You're in the I heard lounging about. It's almost like you're deciding how to be in your light and not get swallowed up by your shadow. You're learning how to balance it out. And you're also learning how not to close yourself off, but to understand that your loyalty is not for everybody. The type of person that you are is not for everybody. And you're going to have to fix that to what this specifically means for you. But you in general are just not for everybody. So all that people pleasing shit must die. It must die a horrific death, okay? It must go to the grave ahead of you so that you can step into your queenly energy, your kingly energy, so that you can tap in here. There's a lot of feminine energy on the board, so it's telling me that it took you going into your divine feminine aspect to understand why certain things were happening and why you needed to move through them. You inhabiting these spaces allowed you to cleanse and clear a lot of generational curses, a lot of blockages, a lot of shit that was just in the fucking way. And this allowed you to step up into some shit. Now it's time for you to really step into it. It's time for you to really tap into that crown. It's time for you to really stop playing these games with yourself. Do it. Whatever it is you got going on, do that shit with no remorse. Do it because you can, you will, and you must. Do it all day. Now, I'm not saying all day, take it up all your time, but it's like, do it all day, every day, because now it's you. It is you. It's coming from you. It's birthed from you. Stop trying to make something outside of yourself. Everything that you're doing outside of yourself come from within yourself. And when you understand that, if there's a problem in it, there's a problem in you. There's a blockage in you. When you fix that, you come up out of that. You got the gem. You are someone who collects trinkets. And I feel like either you are a very trinkety person, you got a lot of stuff you like to handle, but in what I'm hearing is you collect spiritual trinkets, knowledge, ideas, wisdom, business, whatever it is, you collect these trinkets But for a while, you were very, this is mine. But now you're willing to share them with others. You're willing to show your trinkets to others who also collect trinkets and put them together to show them how to find the best trinkets for themselves. Something about this is coming to a head for you. And I'm hearing, stand up straight. Hold your head high. You're not a servant. You're a king. You're a queen. Act like it. Hold yourself in high regard. And don't let anybody disrespect you. Pick your battles wisely. I heard some battles are fought in the spirit, while other battles are fought in the mental realm, where others are fought in the physical realm. And you need to understand in what space is it necessary to do so. Clarity and discernment is coming for you. I suggest you take that to your guides and affirm that. All right? Is there anything else? Okay. I'm going to pull some cards here and see what else we got. I hope that you guys are having a good time in this reading. Card that just flew out. All right, so we have Page of Cups. Sorry guys, my phone cut out, but okay. So we have, for our additional messages, the Fool, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So with the Star card being at the, I wanted to use that, y'all, but she's naked, okay? So with the Star card being here, I feel like you you went on this journey in hope, dancing to your own song, your own music, going your own way in the way that you felt life should be. This journey felt like the need to heal inner freedom, inner expression, to be able to be self. And it took you a while to learn how to do that. With the Page of Cups, you really were very naive in the way that you went about things, but that naivete is one of your best strong suits. And Spirit says, no matter how painful life may get, don't lose this. Don't lose this naivety. But it's not naivety, it's really purity, because what hides under that naivety is really like a lion that will come out and like stomp the shit out of you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like you have this purity about you, this lightness, this freedom, this childlike idea about you that allows you to approach things with love. And when you get into the Ace of Cups, you're learning how to make those things overflow to benefit not just yourself, but others. I also feel like you are coming into a better, more stable space. Now, I do have the Knight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, so that definitely lets me know you have a lot of energies coming towards you right now. You definitely have specifically like maybe like a lover, or for some of you, you're wanting to move forward with some type of connection. You may have been waiting for a long time, or some stuff like that. So I feel like those things are coming in for you, but you need to kind of like handle your business, as we've spoken about, and not focus on this. Something about this lover is you're not meant to focus on them. You're not meant to focus on friends. You're not meant to focus on anyone else but you. You can give these people the time of day. You can go out and have a good time and do your thing. But it's like, don't put them so far ahead of you that you aren't getting your needs met. And what that means, and you have a tendency to worship people as being greater, better, more successful, whatever, than you. And you may be like, no, that's not me. But look at the way that you operate in your relationships. Look at the way you're setting up boundaries with people. Think about the last time you set a boundary with somebody. And how quickly did you renege that? Or did you have to stand on business? And how did it feel? Was it comfortable standing on business? When it's uncomfortable standing on business, that means you're still new to doing it, right? And so Spirit wants you to understand that you can't put anybody else above you. You have to continue to pour. Oh my God, I'm trying to show y'all without like being all in her business, but you have to continue to be able to pour for you as well as for others, okay? You can't be doing, you have to balance it. But right now you're in the season of replenishing. You have to replenish yourself before you can replenish somebody else, okay? And I'm hearing, stop trying to replenish other people, because the stuff that they're doing, saying, being, a lot of people are just pretending to be helpless because it's more convenient for them to be helpless. And then because they are helpless, they no longer have, they're giving away their agency to do things for themselves. So Spirit is kind of coming in to remind you, you're not fucking Captain Save-A-Ho. Okay? You're not that. But if somebody about theyself, they're trying to get where they need to go and they just need a little bit of help, you can help somebody, but you can't take them all the way. That's their job. That's their job to get where they need to go. It's not your job because you got somewhere you need to go. And that's taking you way too far out the way. But if you own the way to a specific direction and they on the way in a similar direction, then when those paths diverge, they can go on about your business. They can go on about their business. You can go on about your business. Okay? Don't let nobody steal your car. Okay? Trust your intuition. That is the end for, what are y'all, deck 1, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. All right, guys. So welcome to deck 2, the Black Widow, honey. This is such a vibe, okay? The Black Widow. Look twice, leap once. For this group, I feel that you are the type of person, you need to be sure of something before you begin. So Spirit really wants you to tap into looking at how you're going to move with something and making sure that it makes sense to you. Making sure that when you're doing something, when you get ready to make that leap, the first look is to see what's there. The second look is to look about where you're going. Okay? So that first look, you need to see, okay, I need to know everything that's like what's down there and what do I already have that can help me down there. The second is, where am I going when I get down there or when I get over there, right? When you're taking a leap, you're jumping into something, you're jumping into the unknown. But there's a certain point where it's like, I know where that's going to take me. I just don't know how it's going to get me there. So what do I have right now that I need to make sure is in my repertoire? And typically when you enter a stage like this, right before you take a leap, you're in a preparation phase, okay? And that preparation phase is to get you ready for whatever journey you're about to take. So make sure you pack your bags adequately is giving. For some of you, you may have been receiving messages of travel, but I feel like this isn't like, oh, I'm going out of town for most of you. Most of you, this travel is about you moving from one reality to another, from you moving from one perspective to another, and really shifting in that space, okay? There's going to be a lot of eyes on you during this time. The despicable face. There's a part of you that needs to be cleansed of caring what other people think. There's also this part of you, the shadow work, that is necessary for you to move into where you need to go. And for some of you, you're going to know that right before you leap. Like as you're leaping, you're going to know, I'm going straight into the dark to do shadow work so that when I get out on the other side, everything is working out perfectly. Okay. For some of you, what you're going to find is where you believe you need to be. I don't know why it came out like that, y'all. Okay. There is a lot of, I heard contamination in you. Contamination. Why is there contamination? There's a lot of type of thoughts that you have that are like the I need to, I have to, I must, right? And these things have really gotten you into a space where you're not really listening to yourself. This is the seer of earth. Not really listening to yourself as well as you think you are. You are somewhat locked into a space of seeing and not speaking on things. You keep your mouth closed when you should be opening your mouth and saying what you need to say to people, setting boundaries, standing up for yourself, etc. And there's also this aspect where you feel like you need to pick your battles, but sometimes you just don't pick it all. You don't fight no battles. You just let the battle play. And your spirit team is kind of tired of that bullshit right there, and you need to handle that. This right here, this reading a lot about it is shadow work, because as you're moving into this new space, as you taking this leap, you're going to have to really face yourself, right? You're very fearful of what's happening around you, what people are thinking about you, the way people are approaching you, right? So much so that you're unwilling to see what that is creating in you, what that's operating in you, how you're reacting, how that's affecting your reality. When really having that upright would let you know, I'm deliberately doing this because I have to protect what's mine, regardless if some people want to come for me. But that's not who you're being right now. You're being in this state of, oh my God, what is going on over here? And a lot of y'all have your mind wrapped up in this energy of somebody's sending me black magic, somebody's doing this to me, somebody's doing that to me. Look and listen clearly. Even if somebody's doing something to you, are you going to continue to be paranoid and talking out the side of your lip and not handling business? Because what you need to be doing right now is getting your ass together to handle this business right here. Standing up on your fucking business 10 toes down. You're going to let somebody fuck around with you and you're not going to clap back? What's with that shit? You need to stop being like that. Who else is going to stand up for you than you? Okay? There is this feeling here of, well, I can't be that powerful, but you are. Black Widow has always been a powerful ass bitch. Even when she was being controlled by niggas, she was powerful as shit. And it wasn't until she became the Scarlet Witch, because somebody pained her, they killed her husband, that she unleashed all that shit. How about you get your shit together before you get waxed off like this? We don't want you to get into this pain right here, is what your spirit is saying. They saying handle this business before some shit really do go down. Right here with the Lovers. Okay, I definitely get this energy of like the Devil card. Like, it's like this person, their shit is withering, boo. Their shit is withering. They need you for their shit to grow. And for some of y'all, this is not a good thing. Some of y'all is about to leave this connection because what the fuck? Get your shit together. Why are you trying to get with me and I got my shit together? My shit is fruitful. Your shit not fruitful. Okay? For some of y'all, this is an analogy for your integration between your shadow self and your light self to come together. But I'm letting you know right now, whatever was going on before, that shit is dead. You're not dealing with that shit that you was dealing with before. Okay? But some of y'all feel like, things is not working out the way I wanted to. Bitch, you the one who started this shit. You're the magician. Stop acting like you are at the whims of the world, because you're not. You're not. You're at the whims of your erratic ass emotions and thought forms. You're at the whim of your ungrounded, centered ideal of perfection and reality. You need to expand and stake some shit down in the set points of your reality and ground that shit and handle business. Like I said right here, you got a lot of contamination right here, and that contamination, a lot has to deal with your self-worth, your self-esteem, all of this stuff, and you're trying to cleanse it out. Okay? This contamination is very deep and it's intrinsic, and you've done a lot of healing. But this right here is what's really stopping you from getting to that next level. Look at this right here. You got the toe here. Okay? He live. He trying to figure out what's going on with this. He trying to get up into this balance, you feel me? And this is where you need to be. In this balance, seeing these things fruit. They live. This shit you was protecting over here is live now. Turn this shit up right and act like you know something. Get yourself into balance, okay? Can't nobody do shit to you unless they've convinced you that they done did some shit to you. And once you're convinced, they don't have to do shit else to you, because you're going to continue to create that shit yourself with this right here, that contamination. Then people could just control you based on the fragment of their self that exists inside of you. Eliminate that shit. The fuck? Go into some meditation and tell, hey yo, eliminate this motherfucker. I don't have time for this shit. I got shit to fucking do. And you do too. Alright? I want you to know right now, like, it's a lot of energy on this thing. But what's happening right now is you really is about to come into some power. And you can't have this with you when you get into it. Does that make sense? Because you about to move real different in this next phase. Real different in this next step. And you're not about to be taking none of this. Do you understand me? You're not about to be taking none of this. You're not going to take this. We in here. Making it shake. Does that make sense? So whatever you need to do to close out this cycle is going to be doing some shadow work around this. Getting your mind right. Because you can't take this contamination with you. You can't take this negative work with you. For some of you, somebody really did some fucked up magic on you. But most of y'all, it's mental. It's mental magic. It's people who don't even identify with that shit. Sending you evil eye, wishing harm on you, wishing you to go into something that's not for you. And it's time for you now to set that energetic boundary. It's time for you now to call in your spirits, call in your ancestors, call in your angels to really lock that shit in. I'm not dealing with that stupid shit. And that's how you need to be too. Tell them, I'm not dealing with that stupid shit. Can you handle it? Go over there and handle that, please. Hear my offerings. I appreciate you too. Like, what are you doing? Now, if y'all need some extra help, y'all can go over to my other channel. Get the information y'all need to understand how to navigate these realities, because it definitely be some bullshit. And tap in with me if y'all want to get more readings exclusively over on my membership sites. Link is in my bio for the Middle Pillar Society. I love you guys. I hope that you continue to rise, you continue to be well, and continue to thrive. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. All right, guys. Welcome. This is group 3, Wolverine. Okay. Let's see what y'all got going on. Hi, group 3. I hope that this reading is truly resonating with you. So let's get into it. Oh, y'all. Things is about to get rough as shit. All right, so let's look at what y'all got going on. Wolverine, when I'm alone, I'm in good company. Okay. I see the Earth's heart. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to read here and go up, because I feel like what y'all got going on is real crazy looking. Okay. But look, in the Earth's heart, there's a lot of shit going on, but in the darkness, you find something good, right? You find your enlightenment, your wellness. The seer of fire, right, is in the reverse. So it's letting me know right now, like, some of your best qualities you're unable to see, like the Wolverine. He thinks that he's unredeemable. Like his character, the person that he is, the way he's been treated in life, he is just very scarred. He's a very scarred person. He takes that rage out on his enemies. But he himself knows that he could be one of those enemies if he didn't decide to do the type of things that he did to be a hero. If he wasn't a part of the X-Men, etc., etc. If he never left that place where they was experimenting on him, abusing him. I need you to understand that what you're about to find is going to be painful, but it is going to open your eyes enough to get to where you need to be. You just don't want to see it, because you already know that it's not gonna be fun. Okay? You already know it's not gonna be fun. But it is what it is. Okay? Source of air. All of this is coming together for your elevation. This is the way that you ascend levels in life. You have to go through some shit. Okay? It's just the way the shit is. Okay? And you have just been feeling down and out, shitty, depressed. Like somebody has deeply hurt you, my dog. Deeply. And it's been rough. But we need you to understand. We need you to understand that you got to work this shit out, boy. You got to go and face it. Face your feelings. Face the pain. Face the shadow. Because what you really need to be trying to uncover is these people that hurt you. Can you forgive them? Can you forgive them for yourself, not for them? Because they ain't shit. Can you forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be there, for allowing yourself to be punished, for allowing yourself to give up on yourself, to be like, I couldn't, would, shouldn't, believing in this stupid ass shit? Are you allowing yourself to see the truth of the situation? Stop being a victim. I feel like there's some part of you that is victimized. It's making you hot-headed. It's making you want to lash out. It's making you act kind of crazy. Out of character. You feel me? It's time for you to go on and face the shadows and the monsters in your dark and really see what's going on. There's a lot of energy around here of spirits saying, being, pushing you into your dark. And sometimes you feel like you're drowning in it. Ten of Swords. Down here, everything is fine. Shit is not fucking fine. Get the fuck off your phone. You've been on your phone way too long. It's like when it's time to go do some shit, you get on your phone and you forget about it. And that's just because you're overwhelmed. You're anxious. Spirit is like, look, these are the things that need to happen in order to get you from point A to point B. Now, you could come into the sun all day if you want to. You can go and talk to the people like you want to, but you're being stubborn as shit. Okay? It's a fucking bull. You're being stubborn. You can be all lovey-dovey and shit you want to, but that shit is stubborn. You need to come down here and do this work. Okay? Stop being sad. Stop being mad. Stop holding grudges. Stop acting like everything's okay and ignoring the fuck out that shit. Come out here and do this work. Okay? Now, let's see, what work is it really that you're avoiding? Because we only avoid work for one or two reasons in life. Usually those reasons are things that we don't have, or we don't feel that we have the capacity to face or the capacity to heal. All right, Spirit is talking. Focus on your light. So for some of you, you got a big manifestation you've been working on for a while. Some of y'all feel like y'all want to give up on it. Some of y'all are just tired. I'm seeing fall leaves. So it's just like right now you're winding down from summertime fast movement into kind of like, it might be the fall for you, or this just might be how your body is moving this season. You're coming out of a very fast-paced season into a more slow-paced season. It makes you feel like things are slowing down, like you're stuck. But really, you're coming into a balance right now. Inner trust, okay? And bring into form. With your inner trust, I feel like you need to trust that the way that you're moving, what's going on, how you feel like you need to approach a situation, you need to do that. And the things that you need to say to others in order to create a more direct path, something where you can set your boundaries, and also calling people out on their shit when it's time to be called out on their shit, because you know intuitively what's going on. You don't need to allow it to ruminate in you though. Don't allow it to make you paranoid. For some of y'all don't have enough physical receipts to call somebody out, which is fine. Understand and move like you would as if you did, but maybe it's not the time for confrontation. Wait for yourself to gather those receipts. In the meantime, move as you should. If Spirit is bringing you information and letting you know somebody ain't shit, why the fuck would you sit around and wait for those receipts? Move as you should. If they ain't shit, move away. If they ain't shit, ask them, start looking into it. Well, why they say this, but then they do that? That don't make sense. Why you doing that? Well, you moving like this, but you said this. And them two different things, they're going in two different directions. Why you doing that? You said you feel like this, but then you talking to me like this. And that don't line up. And at the same time, you doing the same shit to yourself as well. When you say you're going to do something, are you doing it or are you not doing it? When you say you feel like this, is your actions in alignment to that, or are you doing something else? I need you to understand that what's happening is showing you how to get into alignment so you can bring what you want into form. But it's a painful process because you need to go through the shadow first. As you go through the shadow, it brings out the path. It lines the path up to you. Okay? Inspiration. You're going to get a lot of inspiration from this. From this shift. It's going to show you how to hone yourself all together. And what that's going to allow you to do for real is to really rebirth yourself. Now, some of you have already been through this rebirth, and others of you are about to walk into it because it took you taking those first steps, okay? It took you taking these first steps to say, I'm no longer going to be a ball of darkness, a ball of woundedness, a ball that is constantly being triggered and just reacting to my day-to-day life, to the people around me, to the conversations around me, to the shows that I'm watching, to the content that I'm watching. And I'm actually going to take some time to figure out who I am, what I hold dear, what I am moving into, how I'm going to be, and therefore I have time to respond. I have time to incubate my thought. You move different. And that's allowing you a new guarded birth, a new fragility, right? And Spirit is saying, die for light. Die for the light that's hidden in the dark. I believe there was a car up here. Dive for your light. Your light is the rose. Your light is the rose is your illumination. You have to dive into the depths of self to find those core things, those parts of yourself that were hidden away. And as you do so, that's going to allow for an elevation, quick shift upward into your inspiration, into you being able to feed energy more effectively into bringing this thing into form. You can't continue to wallow in your pain. You can't continue to say, oh, that part of me, I don't like it. You can't continue to look in the mirror and not respect yourself, not connect truly to yourself, not have confidence in yourself, not have confidence in your self-esteem. You have to allow yourself to rise, move, be different. That's going to allow you to truly shift into something different. That's going to allow you to keep your head held high, walk with your back straight, not allowing people to treat you like some peasant. You're not a peasant. Stop acting like that. Stop moving like that. Get your shit together. Get all your shit and put it together. Because right now, Spirit is letting you know right now, it's not about, it's not about where you are trying to go or who you are trying to be. It is about who you are being in the moment, why you are being that, what is fueling the actions, the patterns, the thoughts, and saying, no more. I won't do that no more. I'm not going to act like that no more. I'm not going to move like that no more. I'm now going to respond. I'm now going to affirm myself. I'm no longer going to throw myself under the bus. I'm no longer going to give my gems away to someone who doesn't deserve it, nor am I ever going to give my gems, but I can show them to certain select people. Allow yourself to be. But remember to set your boundaries and don't allow toxic ass niggas to come into your inner circle. Because you know who they are when you meet them, you just don't trust that. Because you don't trust that, you get wounded. We ain't having that shit no more. Okay? Okay. If you need help with getting into some of these things that we talked about, learning how to navigate this reality, y'all can go over to my other channel, The Alchemical Oracle, just plain. And I put all my teachings up over there. Or you can dive in, become a member of the Middle Pillar Society. Over there, we have courses that teach life navigation, magic, divination, all that good stuff. And we have live classes every week as we are building those out, as well as live healings monthly. I love you guys. Bye. All right, guys. Gonna move into group 4. Okay. Hi guys. So group 4, you guys chose Spiderman, places to be, webs to shoot. All right. So with you guys here, you are coming into the alchemical wedding, the melding of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within you. And what that is going to do is allow you to become a lot more balanced, a lot more secure, a lot more focused in the path. You're not going to fall off the path as much. And something that I'm always teaching is that your life navigation is like a spider web. So the fact that you're a Spider-Man is letting you know that now you're able to effectively create the webs you need to connect certain energies to certain physical things, to connect and to disconnect certain people who are caught in your web, who are meant to be a part of your life, who become in tandem, who become tied to your web, and how to release people from those connections without hurting yourself or each other. I'm also seeing there is a lot of energy around integrating your light and your darkness together and allowing yourself, you've done a lot of work, a lot of shadow work here, a lot of shadow work. You're very balanced, okay? You're very balanced. Spirit is showing me the owl. The owl in this card definitely gives vibes of knowing who you are, knowing where you are, being in balance with that wisdom, knowing how to navigate chaotic situations in order to get where you need to be and how you need to be. Don't forget to follow your intuition. You are a student of Earth, okay? So it's definitely giving. You're very grounded. You're very centered. You understand how to lay your roots where they should be, okay? We have the hawk here. So it's definitely giving me vibes of now that you understand how to move, the way you are participating in games with others, you've become, there's this card in another deck I have that's called Be the Hunter, Not the Hunted. I feel like in places where you would have been the hunted, the prey, because you have now culminated yourself, you're now combining yourself and gelling yourself. You're now no longer being the prey to your shadow. You're no longer at war with yourself. So when war comes to you from the outside, people on the outside attempting to have a war with you because they're having a war within themselves, that shit is dead, because you are a prey, because you are a predator that looks like prey. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. So when people approach you, they think that they could project on you, but that shit is deaded, and it makes them fall back into going and do your own shit. Go do your own work, because I done got my shit handled over here. The Page of Swords, I feel like for a moment of time in your darkness, you're really getting used to being in this energy, and it kind of feels a little bit awkward sometimes because we're at another time in your life, you might have moved a lot different than what Spirit is asking you how to move here. And sometimes you might feel a little bit insecure in this, but Spirit is saying, hell no, nigga, run that shit up right and act like what you need to do. It's like this person is remorseful for having to use their sword, but you need to be using it, okay? Ace of Wands. The fact that you are going into this space where now you know how to move and you know when to pull your sword out and use that shit. Okay, now you in the Ace of Wands. Now you can actually move about what you need, create what you need, go to where you need to go, new opportunities opening for you, and you know how to navigate those opportunities, because it wasn't always like that. But because now you have handled your shit, and now that you are in alignment, when it comes to judgment, judgment is always in your favor. And not only that, but you're very generous. So when you move through a certain type of space, if something is not, in quote, fair, you are like walking judgment. Judgment is enacted upon the situation. 10 of Wands. This entire thing just feel like a fucking lot to you. It can be a lot to deal with. It can be a lot to handle. Okay? Because when this is happening, your whole life is locking into place. And it feels chaotic. A lot of people fall away. A lot of opportunities go away. A lot of things get real silent. Gets very hermit mode. Gets very, I'm on a cliff away from everybody. Sometimes your money dry up. I need you to understand that this is temporary. This is temporary. This is your fermentation. This is you coming and molding yourself together. In your next season, when you step out, baby, you're going to step out and that shit going to hit you like a wave. Because everything has just been waiting for you to finish. So when you step out of this space, anything that wasn't going quite right is going to rush back into your life to create and uphold all the things that you've already built. But some things have to be taken away in order for you to see how things are functioning underneath the surface, right? If you need to work on your transmission, you got to remove certain things out the way so you could work on it, right? If you got to work on the engine, you got to take transmission out. So what you got going on, you're going to have to move some shit around to make sure some shit shake, okay? And right now, you just got to deal with it. Breathe in, breathe out, and understand if it's some shit that needs to be paid, if it's some shit that needs to just happen. Understand that your ancestors is here for you. You don't always have to write a petition for some shit. Let them know what you got coming up and tell them you need some shit to shake. You need a job. You lost your job. Get me something that I can make some money. I need whatever I need to do. Settle me up. Get me around somebody that's going to help me with this and this and this. Because that's what I need help with. Give me some money so I'll be able to pay them. Because I blah, blah, blah. Whatever the thing is, make it clear. And if you're going to submit a petition, go on and submit that petition so you can get it quickly, rightly, and elevate it in the way that you need to. Make sure you pour your libation. Okay? Some of y'all need to pour some libation for the ancestors. All right. Now that we got that under control, let's see what... Let me see. I want to pull from this deck. Let's see what type of things are you going to come into in your next season. Fire. Solarus Sublime. Ooh. So you're going to rebirth yourself as the alchemical child. Beautiful. I also feel like the dragons will be upon you during that time. And they'll also be helping you to create more solidified structures in your life. For those of you who have more of a spiritual business, you'll find that the dragons are more open to working with you. Many of you, if you're not already working with them, I suggest you do so. Meditation is key on this one, please. Let's see what else you got coming. Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites, extremes of life. Falling into the arms. I feel like you're going to have a surrender to the divine, to the spirits that you're working with, to the ancestors, to allow them to prepare a way for you and you not trying to micromanage your life and shit. Because you're just tired of the way things are. And if this is the way things need to be in order for you to get where you need to be, then just let it go and it happen, right? Then we have the Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by standing your ground. For some of y'all are going to start getting real intense about your shit. Okay? I feel like for some of you, y'all might also resonate with deck 2, I believe. Was that deck 2? Yeah, y'all might also resonate with deck 2 or deck 1. I feel like whichever one was the Black Widow deck, you have a lot of power. And Spirit is saying, now it's time for you to use it. Stand your ground, get in your shit, work your shit, okay? You about to be moving out in the sun, okay? The world. I want you to understand that As long as you keep everything moving in balance, you're going to close out this cycle with ease, babes. With ease. It's not going to be a problem. But you need to remember what you're doing and what you're doing this for. And the answer better be you. But on the other side of that, you know, we all got different dreams and aspirations that we're looking to achieve. And I feel like Spirit has very well guided you into these spaces. Now, I'm not a reader for everybody, but if you resonated with this, I would suggest that you go and check out my other channel, The Alchemical Oracle. This is my tarot channel. I have a different channel where I teach, and a trans channel if you want to go over there and check that out. And you can check out our membership at the Middle Pillar Society, where I teach you guys how to navigate this reality and work your fucking magic. So do you, boo. I hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope it wasn't too short either, because this is like one of my first picker cards, and I'm like a very quick reader. So understand that you're gonna bloom where the fuck you need to, okay? You about to step out and show out. Understand all that shit that disappeared before, that shit grass, okay? You about to make some shit shake. Let yourself be where you need to be. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay high, stay vibing, and continue to move with your highest eye. Bye.